Well, hello there. Good night to you all. So, I will now make the review for Shingeki no Kyojin episode 10 or Attack on Titan episode 10 called The Defense of Trust part 6. So, this episode, well, we do not have much story progression, but well, I was kinda expecting it. On the overall, this episode roughly corresponds to the first chapters of volume 3 of the manga. So, and well, not much action happens on this episode, but it's an important episode because we again, well, like we have the fantastic introduction, like always. I usually hear it more than once, and then we have again Armin coming into the picture. Well, apparently in the first part of the episode it does not appear that it will go that way because Armin is again doubting himself and doubting uh, his abilities and is very insecure, and we again can see that on this episode. And well, this episode we have two great scenes. The first one log right after the beginning of the episode when the Aaron kinda transforms into a titan and protects Mikasa and Armin. And this was speaking when the last episode ended. Then we go to the soldiers of the garrison and so on. And well, the commander of the garrison is Commander Felmer. Felmer. Well, he is afraid, and that's more than clear in this episode. And when confronted with a great fear, the laws of the survivor kinda kick in. So I kinda understand the distrust of the commander of the garrison, even if other one girl that it was his subordinate was kinda talking to him and so on, and but is unable to see other path than killing Eren, Mikasa, and Armin. Um, then Eren kind of reminds or reminiscences about his past, and he is very upset with his father because he's kind of attribute attribute guilt to his father because he did not share his research and his discoveries with the recon troops, and then he is kind of say that he is guilty for the killing, for the massacre in a way of the humans and of mankind, because if he did share the information or what he did learn, probably a great number of human lives will be spared. And then Mikasa kinda knocks Eren to reason, and then Eren is kind of thinking that he will use his Titan form to get out of there and to try to go to his hometown and try to open and uncover what is on the basement. And he kinda speculates that probably what is in the basement will be the answer to the mystery of the Titans and also to the mystery why he can turn into a Titan. And then Mikasa says kinda she wants to go with him, but they have a little fight because Eren does not agree and does not want it. Eventually, Eren and Mikasa kinda turn to Armin, that was kinda having some memories from their past when they are kids and when they are saving him and so on, and that's the moment when we again see that Armin is a very insecure person and does not have enough confidence in himself, and Aaron kinda offers him two choices: or he will follow his plan and tries to become a Titan. But probably it was not so easy because when he was thinking about it, he kinda became bleeding from the nose. So probably the fact that he turned into a Titan, it's complicated for his own body and has some consequences. And he then says to Armin that there are another way out, and the way is that Armin should try to convince the garrisons not to shoot the cannon against them again, and he kinda and tries to convince the garrison troops that his power could be useful to mankind and to the army. And Armin kinda then he kinda recognizes that all his insecure behavior and so on is always on his is simply in his mind, because both Eren and Mikasa kinda knew that he was the one that alerted Hannes to save them and so on. So in fact Armin is in a way responsible for saving Eren's and Mikasa's life. Um, and then he kinda goes, he begins explaining his ideas to the commander of the garrison. He does not hear it because he is overrun by fear, and he kinda Armin gives a great speech and he offers his own life to prove that he is a loyal soldier, and is he accepts giving his own life in the benefits of mankind. But the commander of the garrison does not understand or is unable to understand his words, and then he kind of goes and gives the order to fire the cannon again. But at that moment, Commander Pixies kind of steps in and kind of stops him. And I was kind of expecting that the episode ended there, but they go a little further and they go to the talk between Pixies and Eren and Mikasa and Armin already on top of the wall, and that is the second great moment of this episode when Commander Pixies is talking with Eren, and after hearing the plan of Armin that is using the Titan form of Eren to pick a large boulder and kinda blocks or restores the wall to prevent further Titans to come in, and then the troops that are on the walls and so on will basically wiped out all the Titans that were kinda inside the town. And The scene is when Commander Pixis is talking with Eren and he's kind of looking not for Eren but from what is behind Eren, and Eren also looks and is all the remaining lands of mankind where mankind lives and so on. So he kind of, without saying, he is asking Eren if he is or if he intends to save mankind from extinction and if he wants to protect mankind. And Eren kinda understands the commander's thoughts and he says that he will try to use his Titan form because he is not sure if he can control it. So, and that's when the episode ends. So not much happened in this episode. We have some scenes and we have also a good comedy scene with Sasha because there was a guy that was kind of sinking in committing suicide and then he is kind of stopped by Marco that is trying to cheer him up and so on, and he tries to use Sasha. This happens right at the beginning of the episode, and Sasha then is kind of feeling sick and she says that she needs to go to the doctor because his stomach hurt and so on and so on. And that we at the start of the episode we also can see the panic inside the garrison troops when the cannon was fired upon Eren and his group. They kind of panicked because they think the Titans broke into the wall and we all gonna die and so on and so forth. And then we see that Reiner, Jean, I guess Bertolt and Annie kind of go to the rooftop and they see what is going on between the commander of the garrison and Eren's group. So, well, this was a good episode. It is not one of the most epic episodes of the series, and even in the manga, they followed the manga pretty close. Almost. I think that they did it almost like in the manga, so it was very good to see that part animated because it's important. Because we see that Eren in fact shows his loyalty to mankind and chooses mankind over other options, and we again see that Armin regains his confidence and we again see his strategic thinking. So it was a good episode, and next episode will be also very interesting. So, well, this is my review for Shingeki no Kyojin episode 10 or Attack on Titan. Hope you enjoy, stay well, and if you have your own ideas or thoughts, and if you did not read the manga and watch only the anime, and maybe you want to say what do you think will happen next, please post your comments below. So stay well and peace.